What's up, Godzilla fans? Godzilla4951 here. Today I will be going down the MonsterVerse collection, which is all of the MonsterVerse movies that have come out so far. With that said, let's get into it. And of course, the air conditioning has to go off just as I'm about to start. Number 1, Godzilla 2014. So this is what kicked off the MonsterVerse. Well, kind of. I feel this movie is meant to be more of a standalone, but then when Legendary or Warner Brothers got the rights to King Kong, they decided, hey, let's make a cinematic universe involving Godzilla and King Kong. Well, just Kong now because of rights and stuff. They can't really use the name King Kong, so they just refer to him as Kong, but you get what I mean. So I feel this movie was really just meant to be a standalone, but once they got the rights to Kong, they decided to make a whole connected universe with Godzilla and Kong. So, but yeah, this started off the MonsterVerse, Godzilla 2014. It was an okay movie at best. I remember being very excited when this came out. As years have went on, this movie has slowly started to turn into a meh. Next up, we have Kong Skull Island, which I feel is the more official start to the MonsterVerse. I actually really like this movie. It was a really good movie. In this movie, King Kong, or Kong, is more of a monster than an ape. I always like to think of Kong in this movie as more of a monster because, in my opinion, King Kong wasn't really... He's not really a giant monster. He's just more of an oversized gorilla. But in this movie, he's more of a monster or a kaiju, just because of his big size. But yeah, this is Kong Skull Island. I think this is the official start of the MonsterVerse. So, Kong Skull Island. Next up, we have the re-release of Godzilla 2014 with this updated and cool cover. I mean, the back is kind of the same, but it's more the front of the cover that looks really cool. It kind of has this, I don't know, more artsy style than the original cover. But there is a downfall to this. The actual box is just the same as the original release, so I feel that was kind of a cop-out. I think they should have made the box like this, but it's cool. You know, at least we got this cool new cover. Up next, we have the re-release of Kong Skull Island, so it kind of has the same art style as the re-release of Godzilla 2014 does. And as you'd expect, the box is still the same as the original release. You know, I still think that the box should have been the cover, like, same with Godzilla 2014 there. But, you know, it's cool. At least we still got the cool cover. So that is the re-release of Kong Skull Island. Last, but certainly not least, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Not to be confused with the 1956 re-release of the original Godzilla, which is also called Godzilla King of the Monsters. So, yes, it is disappointing with how everything went down with this movie, critic-wise and reviews, and just kind of being, like, not a big success. It did make money, but it didn't make a lot of money. Like, it wasn't Avengers Endgame, but, you know, I see a lot of people, like, I see a lot of Godzilla fans say, this is our Endgame. And you know what? I agree. This is our Endgame. Marvel fans have their Avengers, we have our Godzilla. So, as a fan, I do enjoy this, but, you know, I just wish it could have been just a little more successful critic-wise and finance, I cannot say that word, but you get what I mean. I just wish it made more money, and I just wish it was more successful, but I do enjoy this movie. I freaking love this movie. So this is Godzilla King of the Monsters. So there you have it, guys, the MonsterVerse. Here's the first movie, Godzilla 2014, which in my opinion is still more of a standalone. The next film, which really got the MonsterVerse kicked off, Kong Skull Island. And then you have the 2 re-releases, and then the latest movie, Godzilla King of the Monsters. I like the idea of Godzilla and King Kong having their own MonsterVerse. I mean, everything these days just has to be connected, right? As soon as someone comes up with the idea, let's make a cinematic universe, boom, instant success. Kind of, not all the time, but, you know, at least the MonsterVerse has been pretty successful so far. I mean, Godzilla King of the Monsters might be a little bit of a dud, but I'm pretty sure we shouldn't worry too much about the MonsterVerse. So this is the MonsterVerse, guys. Again, first movie, Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, then the re-releases, and then Godzilla King of the Monsters. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Nope, that's not the end. Just figured I'd give you guys a little comparison between the original release and the re-releases. So this is Godzilla, and this is Kong Skull Island. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I was using a shoebox to hold up the movies. Sponsored by Nike. Nah, I'm just kidding.